Hi everyone, it's Michelle Lee, Editor-in-Chief of Allure, and today I'm going to show you my nighttime skincare routine. Typically, obviously, I would not be doing my nighttime skincare in my office. I would be home, just put the kids to sleep, and then my very last step of the day is really doing my nighttime skincare. It is somewhat similar if you watch my video on morning skincare, but with a few different steps. So you'll see what I mean when we go through it. Okay, so I wear makeup almost every single day, so most importantly, I love to double cleanse. So the Korean double cleanse is starting with an oil cleanser, and then finishing with either a cream cleanser or some sort of a foaming but gentle gel cleanser. So I typically will use an oil-based balm, or I really love this Tatcha Camellia Cleansing Oil. This is sort of an old standby for me. Just put a pump of that into your hands. As you can see, it's just a nice clear oil. And I'm going to rub that around in my hands. Feels so nice. And just rub it all over my face, especially getting on my eye makeup. Make sure you really get that, especially if you're wearing waterproof mascara. You want to really get all of that off. Okay, so just wet your hands a little bit so they're a little bit wet, and then you want to emulsify that. So you can see it's starting to turn a little bit white. Really important step before you then rinse it all off. An oil-based cleanser is really great at taking off even the most stubborn makeup. Gotta love it. Just gonna towel off a little bit so I can see. And then I'm gonna also use another cleanser, again, my double cleanse. Love this one from Environ. This is the Mild Cleansing Lotion. This one, just so you know, you can't really buy online. You need to go to a licensed person, so either an esthetician or a dermatologist. This is a really great line though, and it's a very gentle cream cleanser. So my face is a little bit damp still. I'm gonna go in and just get the rest of that off. So the reason that you do a double cleanse is that you want to wash off the rest of the residue that might have been left from the oil cleanser. So typically it's a water-based cleanser that you're using next. Wash off my hands, and then I'm going to rinse off this gentle cream cleanser. I'm going to towel off and patting dry. I've heard some K-beauty experts talk about how they've stopped using towels to dry off and that they'll just pat the water straight into their skin because they find that it's less tugging and just more gentle. I don't have time for that, honestly. So using a nice gentle towel is also really good. Okay, so my face is all clean. Before I was pregnant, I was doing microneedling quite a bit. I've had in-office microneedling, and sometimes for maintenance, you can do it at home also. This is also by Environ. This is the Gold CIT roller. Again, you can only get this from a licensed person. It is literally made of gold, and if you looked really closely at it, it has hundreds of little tiny fine needles. I'm not going to do it again because I'm pregnant, so I'm really taking it easy on a lot of skincare things, especially anything that breaks the skin's barrier. But if you were to roll this on your skin, I always compare it to, it feels like if a cat has ever licked you. The basic principle of microneedling is that it's creating all these little micro injuries in your skin. So when your skin heals, it's helping to produce more collagen. So you kind of just roll it around your skin like this. Again, I'm pausing because I'm pregnant right now, but I really do believe that it works. Your skin is a little bit more sensitive when you're pregnant, and you tend to not do too many extreme things. I do love this though, and as soon as I give birth, I'm gonna be back on it again. Microneedling is not something that you would do every single day. I think that most experts would say like once or twice a week would be good, and then definitely if you wanna see really big results, go to a professional and get it done professionally too. Okay, so my next step is exfoliation. Again, because I'm pregnant, I'm kind of skipping out on chemical exfoliation, which is usually acids like AHAs and BHAs. Instead, I'm going for a physical exfoliator. I love this Joanna Vargas scrub mask. It's also really similar to this one by Summer Fridays. This is their Overtime mask. Both of these have kind of nice little scrubbers in them, but also enzymes. So you could leave it on for 15 minutes. Someone at Joanna Vargas actually told me that you could kind of scrape off some of like the little scrubby parts and sleep with this on. I haven't tried that yet, but I'm kind of curious. Okay, so on a wet face, I'm gonna just take some water and dampen my face. You can then, I don't like to get it in my nails, so this is why I kind of stick a knuckle in it. And then I'm gonna spread it all over my face, especially on the nose, because I love scrubbing that part. Get a little bit on my forehead, chin. If you have a little spatula or a scoop, even better. I'm doing it with fingers today. And then gently rub. You don't want to be scrubbing off your entire face, so be gentle. Get that off of my hand. And then giving more attention to the parts that you feel like you need to exfoliate more. For me, I get a lot of sort of rough skin around my nose, and especially under my nose, so I might spend a little bit more time around there. And be careful around those gentle, more sensitive areas of your skin if you tend to get redness or anything anywhere. Again, with any physical scrub, you have to be a little bit careful. You're not trying to make yourself red. Okay, so if I had more time and I wanted to give myself a treat, this is a mask, so I would leave this on for at least 10 to 15 minutes, if not longer. I definitely on a weekend day have left this mask on for an hour or even 2 hours. And when you take it off, your skin is so soft because the enzymes are really working hard. Today though, for this, I'm gonna rinse it off. Clean off those hands. You could also, if you had some extra, go ahead and exfoliate your hands, which is always nice. And then this does take a little bit to get off because you're going to find that you're seeing some of those little scrubby particles and feeling them everywhere. So I'm going to really give this a hefty rinse. The hardest parts to get are going to be around the edges of your face. This is much easier to do at my sink at home. And just make sure you don't feel any of those little grains anymore, because those will get in your eye or something and really annoy you. Okay, I think I've got them all. I'm going to towel off now. Just gently, just pat. We don't want to rub too much and irritate our skin. I exfoliate about once or twice a week. You don't want to exfoliate too much, and especially if you're using a physical exfoliator, it can be a little bit too harsh. I mean, we all have positive bacteria that lives on our faces, and especially with the physical scrubs, they can scrub off some of that positive bacteria. So be gentle with your face, don't over exfoliate, but it is a positive thing, especially in the drier months, just to get some of that dead skin off. All right, I'm going to ditch this water. So my skin is quite dry, so right now it's feeling really parched. Because I've cleansed, because I've exfoliated, we really need to add the moisture back in. So my next step is going to be an essence. This is the SK2 essence. a true classic. People love this. This is sort of the watery nutrition part of the routine. This definitely has become quite a popular step, originating from Asia. And so I just put that into my hands, like you can see, just like is water, and just pat that in. And that's kind of your first step of hydration. It feels just like water. It smells a little bit better though. All over. Put the remainder on my hands and cap that up. Okay, my next step, even though this is called Essence, this is Snail Mucin, which I actually consider this to be more of a serum. If you watched my morning skincare routine, you saw that I also used Snail in that one. I used a different one. This one is by Cosrx. I love this one. It's actually, I think, 96% snail mucin. It is exactly what it says it is. It is the slime that snails leave in their trails. It looks like it also. It's not gross though, I swear. I think other people who I've talked to I've talked to about snail mucin, they're kind of grossed out by it. It feels just like a wonderful hyaluronic acid serum. And actually snail mucin, I believe, is a really good natural source of hyaluronic acid. And as soon as I put this on, the essence didn't necessarily make me feel hydrated and moisturized, but this definitely does. And instantly you just feel it kind of like sitting on your skin, but also absorbing really nicely. And make sure you get it all up on my forehead. My forehead in particular is very, very dry, so I always want to make sure I've got a nice amount right up there. And then don't forget your neck and also your décolletage. And of course, if you have extra, get those hands all nice and good. And just make sure you've got it all kind of in there. Okay, I have so many eye creams that are in my cabinet at home in my bathroom, but I will say one of my absolute favorites is a drugstore option. This is Olay Eyes in Brightening Eye Cream. There's also one that I really like that I use all the time that's tinted, so I'll use that one sometimes for day. This is a really nice kind of light but beautiful hydrating formula. I just get a little bit on my finger there. And I start on my inner corner here and just kind of tap that out. Again, I don't want to tug too hard at anything because the skin there is so delicate. I will tap a little bit on top as well. And what I love about this one is that I have pretty sensitive eyes and it doesn't irritate my eyes at all. Again, starting in the inner corner and just tapping that out and all the way around. If you find that you have certain places that you really want to take care of, if you're getting crow's feet, I myself am getting a little wrinkle in this corner here, so I always make sure I put a little bit extra there and spend a little bit more time and attention getting that where I want it to be. Okay, next step is nighttime moisturizer. My absolute favorite right now is by Tatcha. This is the Dewy Skin Cream. Some others that I really love though, I really love the texture of both of these Laneige moisture creams and also this Garnier Skin Active Moisture Balm. They're sort of like creamy gels, I guess I would describe them as. As you can see, it's like a really nice light texture that's halfway between a cream and a gel. It's really nice, especially if you've got oily skin, to use something a little bit lighter like this, or especially in the summertime months when you want something a bit lighter too. I find that these two are really, really, really great. But today I'm going to use my Tatcha because it's kind of my current favorite. Okay, so when I open this up, you can see I love the design of this little jar because it has the spatula right inside it. You just take out your spatula from the top here, open that up, and it's this beautiful like lavender color. I'm going to take a little scoop out like that. You can either apply it straight to your face or you can put it in your hands first. I like to kind of put it on certain zones of my face and then mix it around, kind of in a similar way that I do foundation. It just helps you distribute it evenly and does a lot of the work for you. The little scooper goes back in the top here, which is so handy. And then I'm going to start putting that in. What I love about this is I'm constantly going for a dewy skin look, and I feel like as soon as you put this on, it's instantly so moisturizing. The scent is beautiful, And it really helps to give you dewy skin, not only when you're putting it on, but also when you wake up in the morning, your skin is just like gorgeous. Again, my skin in my forehead, on my forehead is super, super dry. So I want to always make sure that I'm getting it all the way up to my hairline. I'm avoiding my eyebrows right now, which I think I mentioned in my morning skincare routine, because I had them microbladed, so you don't want to put too much product on them because it'll make your brows fade faster. Okay, so as I've mentioned before, I get gifted a lot of products. Everything that you've seen here, companies want me to test out, so I have an overflowing abundance of products. A lot of people have asked me, what do I do with the products that I'm either not using, like if they're partially used, what do I do with them? I don't like to waste things, so I keep everything basically, and if I don't like using something on my face, I'll use it on other parts. I'll either use it on my hands, I use it a lot on my neck because my neck is less sensitive. So if, for example, something is making my face break out, it won't make my neck break out, and I know that. So today, I'm gonna use this Yuza Sorbet. This does not make my face break out, and I love it, but just for purposes of this video, I'm gonna show you. I love this, and it's got like a really pretty scent too. So always, especially at night, concentrate on your neck. A lot of us forget about this, but it's really important to keep that really hydrated and beautiful as well. I often do forget about the décolletage too, which is something I should probably do more of, but everything in time. Okay, so that's nice. Again, I'm putting any extra on my hands since I love to have moisturized hands. And my very last step is lip balm. I really love this Mario Badescu lip balm. Comes in this handy little tube. You squeeze a little bit out and then go ahead and put that on your lips. This is also really great for day to put under lipstick or lip liner too, because it's really kind of slippery and works really well under things. Okay, so my final step is I'm fortunate that I feel like my skin is pretty good right now. I've got a little bit of rosacea over here. I did have a bout of pretty bad acne about a year ago though, so I was using pimple patches like crazy. Luckily they are so big right now that you can find some really great ones. One of the ones that I tend to go for a lot is Mighty Patch, but Peace Out actually just won an Allure Best of Beauty award this year too, and we love these. The difference between these two are that Mighty Patch are the ones that I use. It's just a hydrocolloid patch that you stick on your pimple. Peace Out, though, is medicated. So these actually have salicylic acid, vitamin A, and aloe vera. So if you got a really stubborn one, you just pop on one of these patches, especially at night, and then when you wake up, it's either greatly reduced or it is sometimes miraculously gone. The great thing, too, if you're not familiar with pimple patches, is that they're really discreet to wear. So I've even worn these during the day, and you can hardly see them. So that is about it. That is my nighttime skincare routine. And after this, I'll watch probably a little TV, head down to bed, and go to sleep. All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining me. Bye.